Well, good Friday morning. Welcome to the WLBB Community Voice on News Talk 1330 FM 106.3, streaming live online at newstalk1330.com. And this morning we are on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page, streaming live, and you can see all of my handsome and beautiful guests on the program. It is festival season in Carroll County. If you haven't noticed yet, I believe Roopville, maybe Bowden, has already had their big shindig so far, and Waco Fest. We got the carnival in town this week, and that wraps up Saturday evening. But Saturday and Sunday of this week, Carroll County's Fall Festival at Mcintosh Reserve Park returns. Is this only the second annual of that? Is that what it is? I thought I saw a press release that said second annual. What?
It's not the second annual. This one's going on for over 20 years now.
Maybe the zero was not on that, the one that I saw. So that makes more sense. Yeah, but we're talking about the Fall Festival again. It's at Mcintosh Reserve Park. Saturday and Sunday, 24th and 25th. Saturday, the stuff starts at 10. Sunday, it's noon. Give you guys all a chance to go to church before you come by. And we have one of the musical groups that will be playing this weekend, and I believe you'll recognize all of these classic musicians here, local legends in the music industry, all three of them. And first of all, though, we want to talk about Beth Parsons. She's the Carroll County Parks Director. And she's the one that has the easy job of taking care of this and putting this together this weekend. And so we expect an awful lot. There was something I'd mentioned to you earlier that I saw on the press release, which blew my mind. A guest that you guys, a speaker you have apparently for both days. So we'll definitely talk about that. I mean, a lot of fun things going on with that this weekend. But I believe just for the history aspect of Mcintosh Reserve Park, it's worth checking out this gentleman speak on both days. So good morning, Beth Parsons. Also, I better say good morning to Jonathan Dorsey, Phil Coley, and Gary Duke. They are members of the rock band Southern Remedy, and we'll learn what a Southern Remedy is at some point during this program. Right? I mean, you guys can probably tell us that, right? It's not too bad. Okay, yeah. Good. All right. Beth Parsons, tell us all about the Fall Festival coming up.
Yes, we're having the Fall Festival at Mcintosh Reserve, 10 to 5 on Saturday and 12 to 5 on Sunday. 1 p.m. both days, we're going to have the descendant of Chief William Mcintosh, Gary Mcintosh, speaking on the history of the family that the park was named after. Mm-hmm. We're also going to have on Saturday, we're going to have Wayward, a live band playing, and we're also going to have on Sunday Southern Remedy, live music. And we have all kinds of arts and craft vendors, food vendors. It's going to be a good time.
Now, this Southern Remedy, I mean, they're a bunch of showboats, aren't they? I mean, they're really...
Now, the first time I heard their music was after Steve Fuller had told me about the band, one of our commissioners in Carroll County, and I went and looked the music up, and it's wonderful. The actual song that the band is named after, Southern Remedy, is wonderful. You listen to the lyrics, and I mean, it's exactly what Southern feels like. It really is.
I'm excited. We're going to try and play at least, we've got 3 songs that we could play this morning. Hopefully we can get a chance to play all those. I'm anxious to hear Bad Connections. It's the shortest song, but it's, the little snippet I heard, it was great, and I look forward to hearing that. Tell it, for those of us who don't know, who is Mcintosh Reserve Park named, and what's that story?
Okay, so Chief William Mcintosh was a part of the history of Mcintosh Reserve Park. And the fact that we have the descendant of Chief William Mcintosh coming out to speak on their family history is just a wonderful thing. But if anybody knows the history of Mcintosh Reserve Park, they know that he actually signed the treaty to give away the rest of Georgia and half of Alabama to the federal government. Mm-hmm. So the actual the Creek Indian tribes, they executed him. And the park, it actually happened around Mcintosh Reserve Park and in Carroll County. So it's very interesting. Mm-hmm. Very interesting history behind it all.
And his property, doesn't he still have a building on that park somewhere? Is the house on the park?
The cabin is there, yes. It's a replica.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really great.
Yeah, I mean, just the history, that's amazing. Mm-hmm. How many parks do we have in Carroll County?
We have 4 major parks that are open to the public. So we have Little Tallapoosa Park, John Tanner Park, Mcintosh Reserve Park, and Moores Bridge Park.
And how far is Mcintosh away from downtown Carrollton? It's about
20 minutes.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes.
It's not bad at all.
Off of Highway 5.
And it says it's $5 per carload, so load up your neighbors and everybody.
That's right.
And there you have.
Don't do that. Don't put them in the trunk.
And it's $5 a carload. So but as far as a festival, it's more than just a socializing thing. You got a lot of games and food and things going on too.
We do. We have wonderful food vendors, a taco truck, barbecue, people like little bakeries that are around town coming out with cake pops and different things like that. We also have bouncy houses for the kids. We have a train ride for the kids. We're going to have cornhole for the kids to play on. But it's going to be a good time. Our Sasquatch brothers, Hyde and Zeke, they're supposed to be making an appearance there too, which is
and that's because it's not going to be so hot on Saturday. I think if it's 90 degrees, I don't think we're going to see those two.
Yeah, well, they'll be popping in. They'll be popping in. They're not going to be hanging around the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. Let us, before we do take our first break, tell me a little bit about the band Wayward. What's their story? What kind of music?
So they're a new and up and coming band in Carroll County. The singer is Derek Harper for Wayward Band, and they just played a couple weeks ago at Printer's Ale, and we looked up the videos from that. They are a wonderful band. You guys are enjoy them, really.
Is Jonathan Dorsey in that band too?
Surprisingly,
yeah.
he's not. But the actual band is the worship team for Catalyst Church. All the musical instrument,
So they're youngins?
They're youngins.
Okay.
They are, yeah.
And that band, what time will be the music be played each day?
So the music will start on Saturday, probably around 11. And then on Sunday, these guys will probably pop in about 12:15, a little bit after that.
Okay.
They'll be playing before 1 p.m. when Gary is speaking.
Carroll County's Fall Festival, Mcintosh Reserve Park. That's, if you want to put it in your GPS, 1046 West Mcintosh Circle in Whitesburg. Food, arts, and crafts, and music again Saturday and Sunday. And, I think we pretty much laid everything out. We have a kids train ride, get at bounce houses, and, of course, lots of vendors. We'll take our first break, and I'm thinking when we come back, we will hear... Actually, I better talk to the band first and, let you see if you like them as people before you listen to their music. So we will take our first break and come back and continue our conversation about Carroll County's Fall Festival coming up this weekend here on News Talk 1330 FM 106.3.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
I'm Michael Flynn, Oak Mountain Academy class of 1978.
Katie Flynn, class of 2010.
Justin Flynn, class of 2014. Logan Flynn, class of 2019.
And I'm Marnie Flynn, current teacher at OMA.
My uncle Richard Owen Flynn, a founding father of Oak Mountain Academy, had a vision to see students become confident leaders who hold a faith-based value system in an academically rigorous environment. We are proud to celebrate 60 years of fulfilling my uncle's vision.
Our family invites you to visit the campus or oakmountain.us today.
Welcome back to the WLBB Community Voice, and the boys really are back in town. We have Southern Remedy on the show this morning on the Community Voice. Again, brought to you by Tanner Health System and Oak Mountain Academy. My name's Colin Worthington. We are talking about Carroll County's Fall Festival, which is coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday, and along with Beth Parsons, who you heard from that first segment, discuss about all the fun that's going on at the Fall Festival. We have the rockin' band Southern Remedy, three young gentlemen, all from the area, and they've been plenty of bands over the year, and I believe I've known each of them for quite a while. Phil, I think I may have met him once or twice, but it's good to see Phil this morning as well. But I mean, Phil's obviously a local music legend as well. So let's talk about Southern Remedy. How long you fellas been together?
Well, we're kind of the new band that's been together for decades. Phil and I have started, 40 years ago. And we've been playing with Jonathan off and on for a long, long time as well. We have a drummer named Jim Finley, who we've played with, again, for decades. And Robert Powers, the younger one of the band, who couldn't be here this morning. We've been playing with. Couldn't fit him. We've been playing with Robert for several years. So we're not youngsters. That I've been playing around here for a long time.
But you've got that classic music, classic rock and roll sensibilities, and I've heard that in the snippets of the songs that I heard this morning. So I look forward to hearing all those in their entirety. And there's a tribute to I mean, I'm assuming it's more of Georgia. I mean, the Goat Man. I mean, I don't know if he was a Southern phenomenon or he was just
Southern
just
phenomenon.
in Georgia. Yeah, I mean, I
he's
grew up,
all the way up the East Coast,
and that is one of your songs. Tell us about the inspiration behind that, and for those who may not know who the Goat Man is.
I remember seeing him as a kid. He traveled up and down the East Coast on the highways when it was still safe to do that, with a wagon and a herd of goats who pulled the wagon. He sold pencils and preached the gospel. So he was quite a character. This song, a friend of ours and his wife wrote the song with remembrances from those days. And so we just kind of grabbed it, made it a little bit rock and roll, and here we go.
I'll tell you what, Steve, let's go ahead and play that one if you don't mind. That's number 3. Steve Gradick, our producer, on the hotkey there. But yeah, this song is this is The Goat Man. It's by Southern Remedy, and let it roll.
Chester was a goat man. He came by twice a year. Wandered all across the land, places far and near. He had a sign that read, God is not dead. The highway really was his home, with a herd of goats and a wagon. Old Chest, he did roam. And I wonder where the goat man is today. Yes, I wonder where the goat man is today. With no job, no car, no bills, no phone, highway really was his home. I wonder where the goat man is today. Well, the goat man, he got worried about the war. Yeah, Chess, he got worried about the war. And he went to see the president, and he got in at the door, because Chess, he was worried about the war. Well, I heard he took old Nixon for a ride. Well, they said he took the president for a ride. And there was goat milk passed all around, or so the story goes. The next thing you know, the war came to a close. And I wonder where the goat man is today. Yes, I wonder where the goat man is today. With no job, no car, no bills, no phone, highway really was his home. I wonder where the goat man is today. Play it now. Put the goat man in a nursing home, and they shaved his beard and they cleaned him up with a bed to call his own. But one night the nurse fell fast asleep, Chester, he was gone. And I wonder where the goat man is today. Yes, I wonder where the goat man is today. No job, no car, no bills, no phone, highway really was his home. I wonder where the goat man is today. No job, no car, no bills, no phone, highway really was his home. I wonder where the goat man is today.
right, News Talk 1330 FM 106.3. That's Southern Remedy and Bad Goat Man. That's 3 minutes 53 seconds. It's a history lesson for Carroll County. That was Southern Remedy. They are performing Carroll County's Fall Festival on Sunday. I'm sure that's just one of the songs. You guys are going to play that song, right?
We will play that song.
And if you're recording this morning's program, you can bootleg that and learn all the words by Sunday, so you can stand in the audience and sing along with the band.
There you go.
Hey, do you guys do a lot of covers? Do you write your own music? Or I heard you mention that you had some friends write some songs. What's is there an intention behind all of your music?
I'd say it's both. We do a lot of music that we all love and have grown up with and developed with musically from everywhere. But we really focus too on original music that either our band members wrote or friends of ours that are from the area have written, and so we just sort of carrying forward the music of West Georgia. And we have stuff by Gary and Harold Baggett and me and Phil and Rick Johnson,
Rick Fowler.
and Rick Fowler.
Yeah.
It's a combination of that.
It takes a confident musician or performer, I'm suspecting, to play new music, stuff that people haven't heard so much. Because, it's easy to want to look out there and see them singing back to you, whether it's Freebird or Sweet Home Alabama or whatever every time. But to be able to perform, music that you guys write and perform, it does take a confident person, right, to do that?
Well, first of all, we drink a lot of goat milk. Then we get it done. But
is that what the Southern Remedy is? Goat milk?
Oh, this band is so much fun. We do roots music from, roots music means music that blues, country, that was started off just out in the country and by regular people. So, that's the real music, in my opinion. So.
No, I agree
blues
with
and
you.
country.
Hey, you were talking about coming across a bunch of records when the old WWB place when they sold that, and they gave you a bunch of records. You got any real cool old stuff like like the old blues records, maybe from 40s and 50s that were just popping up?
I there was a record in there. It was an album, and it was all old country artists. From Hank Williams and even before. And that's a cherished album. I actually transferred it to a disc, and so that was real interesting. Getting all those records.
Now, Phil, I think you're up there in the hierarchy of Carroll County's history of rock and roll performers and things. You remember what got you involved? What got you started in music? Was it family? Was it friends? We've had David Pippin on here and talked about what got him started. Of course, we've had Dorsey on here 1,500 times.
Well, it's funny. I always sort of knew what I was going to do. One Christmas, my oldest sister got a guitar, and my other sister got a little Webcore mono tape recorder. And neither one of them did anything with it. So one day I got that guitar and that tape recorder. I played one note on that guitar, just one little fret, ding, and I felt something. And it was good. So, long story short, I started recording music when I was a teenager.
Did you ever get like classical training? Did you actually go learn?
I've studied music for 6 years in college, and I had piano lessons when I was real young. Yeah. So I got all my tonalities, major and minor, at a real young age, and I just took that and ran with it.
So it's a regular Paul McCartney kind of thing. It's not like like John Lennon, who just learned pretty much by ear and watching people. So you actually you studied it well. You think that's better for everybody to actually learn the music, or to learn the chords and learn what all that means, or is it best just kind of, do you feel it different?
My music has come from so many different places. At Berklee College of Music in Boston, we rearranged Beethoven's symphonies, and you had to write down why you put a part where. And also I've sat with people and just played plain old simple country music, and it's all great. It's all music.
You guys, when you wrote or you performed the Goat Man, it makes me think that you want to get a little bit of the history and document a little bit of the history of the area. Do you guys tap Jonathan Dorsey's brains for stories Because, I mean, Jonathan is a little bit of a historian. He knows a lot of the things going on here. But do you guys reach out to him and get some stories that maybe we've forgotten about? Or
No, I think it's more like we all just have these different memories and experiences. Again, as we said, we're not necessarily youngins, so a lot of the what's history now was current events at one point.
But when those stories pop up, I mean, and you get somebody say, "Oh, I remember that," and Goatman, it seems like people still talk a lot about him locally, and every now and then you'll see like a picture posted on Facebook that'll go viral for a little bit. Yep. And all right, guys, this is 10 minutes before 9 o'clock. I want to make sure we can at least play one more song and then come back and talk a little bit more about the festival going on this weekend. So we will take that final break, and then hopefully you guys won't mind if we play Bad Connections, although Southern Remedy makes sense too. I don't know. We'll talk about it during the break. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health System, Oak Mountain Academy.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
At Oak Mountain Academy, we value our grandparents and special friends. Throughout our 60-year legacy of excellence, our grandparents have been a vital component to our success. On Friday, September 30th, we'll celebrate their generosity and continued support at our annual Grandparents' Day celebration. Please join me in thanking all of the grandparents for their amazing contributions to the lives of their beloved grandchildren. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us. The Warrior Legacy, celebrating 60 years of excellence. Warrior-minded, warrior-driven, warrior-led.
All right, 8:51. Welcome back to the WLBB Community Voice News Talk 1330 FM 106.3. Got about 9 minutes left in our program as we promote Carroll County's Fall Festival at Mcintosh Reserve Park. Going on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 10 till 5, Sunday 12 till 5. You've got a lot of fun festivities going on. The band Wayward performs on Saturday, and the band Southern Remedy performs on Sunday. And we're lucky enough to have at least 3/5 of the band in studio with us this morning. Last segment, if you missed it, we played one of their songs, The Goat Man, an original song. Right now, I want to try and play, I guess we got Bad Connections, 3 minutes. I got to time them out. The other one's 4 minutes. Let's go for Bad Connections, just because it is the one I like. So I'll pick that. Like more. I liked all three of them, but like that one the best. That would be number one, Steve Graddick. This song is Bad Connections by Southern Remedy.
I'm right. We can talk about it for the rest of the night, but whatever it takes. Yeah, honey, I got the time. It's just a bad connection between your love and mine. Make a mistake, no one's at fault. Neither one of us is walking out that door. We'll do what it takes. Yeah, and everything will be fine. It's just a bad connection between your love and mine. You know, people go around and around and around, drive that thing right to the ground. When it comes to push and shove, we wind up making love. Pull down the shades, turn out the lights, wrap your arms around me, baby, hold on tight.
I'm getting a little flush after that song. That's one of the worst things a DJ can do is intro a song and give it the wrong title so people can't go to the record store and pick it up. That one was actually Bad Connections by Southern Remedy. It's kind of a honky-tonk song. The one I was really excited about apparently is Southern Remedy. And we'll play that one as we head out.
Written by Jonathan Dorsey, by the way.
Well, no doubt. Does it explain what the Southern Remedy is?
In great detail.
Do you want to give us? Yeah, I mean, can we play it on the radio?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
It's definitely family friendly.
Well, good. We'll play that one.
Except for the whiskey. But other than that.
We'll play that one on the way out. But we got 2 more minutes that I want to give to Beth again to hype up this festival. It's the 20th, not the 2nd. And it may have said 20th on that press release, and I just I don't know. But yeah, I saw 2 anyway. And doing half the job is better than I guess none at all. But Carroll County's Fall Festival at Mcintosh Reserve Park. Lay it out for us, Beth. Beth is Parks Director for Carroll County, by the way.
Yes. So it'll be this Saturday and Sunday. Saturday from 10 to 5, Sunday from 12 to 5. We'll have, as he said, we have Wayward playing live music on Saturday, and we have Southern Remedy here on Sunday. We'll have bouncy houses for the kids, train rides for the kids, arts and crafts, food. We'll also have Gary McIntosh speaking on the history of Chief William McIntosh. He'll be speaking at 1 p.m. both days, so you do not want to miss that.
And Sarah Pitts says Villa Rica Area Historical Society will be there as well, and she is very excited. So check them out as well. The other vendors, are there going to be other vendors like the Villa Rica Historical Society? Are we going to have Rootville and...
No, they won't be there. But we'll have the Friends of McIntosh will be out there. They'll be giving away some information on all that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does McIntosh still do good business? At this point in the fall, they still get a lot of visitors.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people camping around this time of year because it finally cools down enough to roast a marshmallow.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, guys, as we head out here, do you want to say hi to your mothers or anything like that as we wrap up the program?
I want to say that we appreciate the opportunity to be here today.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see you guys. Again, I told you I could talk about. I'd much rather talk about music on every program.
Colin and Steve, we appreciate it a bunch. Thanks a bunch.
The band is Southern Remedy, and if you'd like to rent them for your shindig, you can visit the website southernremedyband.com. And I'm surprised that's. Are you sure there's not like another Southern Remedy band out there?
There's a Southern Remedy radio show in Mississippi. Yeah. But that's why you have to put band on there.
Yeah. Okay,
yes.
So you guys don't have to. It's just the same thing that happened to Wham in the United Kingdom. They had to put UK because there was a Wham here in the U.S.
I'm glad we didn't choose Wham.
Yeah, that website is southernremedyband.com. You can book them at 770-845-1622. They are Southern music with a country heart and rock and roll attitude. Again, Jonathan Dorsey, Phil Coley, and Gary Duke, 3 out of the 5 members in there. Beth Parsons with Carroll County Parks with us this morning. And again, good to see all you guys. Fall Festival, Mcintosh Reserve Park, Saturday and Sunday. We're going to head out playing the song that I thought we were playing before, but it was my fault. I introduced the wrong song, Steve. It wasn't Steve Graddick's fault. It was my fault. This song is called Southern Remedy by Southern Remedy, and have a great weekend, everybody.
My mind is miles away, my heart is heavy as a brick. Only one thing can cure my ills. Don't come in a liquid, don't come in a pill. The only thing that can make me feel fine is to get back below that Mason-Dixon line. So take me down to Macon or to Memphis, Montgomery or Muscle Shoals, Tupelo, Atlanta, Nashville or Savannah. The cure for me is a Southern remedy. Starve a fever, feed a cold. Mama told me when